In my long distance relationship video, I asked you all if you've ever been in a long distance relationship, and these were your responses. If you'd like for your comment to be featured in one of my upcoming videos, look out for the question of the day and answer it below. Today I'm making baked chicken wings. I guess it's no surprise that I'm making chicken again. And I'm baking them. I don't like to fry my chicken wings. So basically I'm going to start with this bag of chicken wings. I get it from Stop and Shop. This bag is 4 pounds and I'm going to be using 2. You're going to need a bowl so that you can get your chicken wings cleaned and then seasoned and then leave them to marinate. And for seasonings, I'm going to use adobo, one of my favorites, all-purpose seasoning for all meats, black pepper, crushed red pepper flakes, because I do like spice, even though my husband doesn't. And I'm actually going to use this Matuks hot sauce. This is a West Indian pepper sauce, and you can see it's a blend of various peppers. It doesn't give the food much of a spicy taste, but it gives great flavor without adding much vegetable and things like that. And then I'm only going to use for my vegetable an onion. An onion gives the chicken a nice rich flavor, and it helps to create a lot of broth with the chicken while it's baking. Okay, so I've got my vinegar because I always clean my chicken. Here's a bowl of water. I'm going to put some vinegar in there. And this is going to help clean off the chicken. Now, you can see I have the bowl with all the chicken here, and then I have the bowl of water. The reason why I'm doing this is because the bagged chicken that I buy sometimes has hairs in it. So I like to go through each chicken individually, and I look to see if there's any hairs in it. And here's an example of a hair, a chicken hair. I pull it out like that, put it to the side, and then throw. Here's another one with hair. Pull them out. Okay, so once your chicken has been inspected, then I just mix them around just a little bit. If you don't have as much chicken as me, obviously this will be easier, but I have tons of chicken, so I'm just gonna make sure the ones on top get a little bit of the vinegar. Okay, so this is about maybe a little less than half of the chicken I've originally been working with. I'm using it in 2 parts, so that way I can season my chicken thoroughly in this size bowl. It's just too much chicken to do in a bowl of this size. So now I'm going to use about almost half of the onion. I chopped it up. This is the other section of it. So you can see it's not exactly half, almost half. And the rest of the onion will be used in the other section of the chicken, well, the other bowl of chicken. So put the onions in, and then I'm going to start with my adobo. And I cook like your grandmother would cook. I don't measure anything. And following the adobo, black pepper, the red pepper flakes, and the only thing I measured was the pepper sauce, not because I wanted to measure it, but because I just didn't want the whole bottle to dump in the chicken. But this cup is a 1/4 cup. Now, from here, you can go in and you can mix up with your hands. I don't enjoy that, so I'm going to get a plastic bag and shake it up. I actually got this technique from, I want to say, one of the Food Networks. This is a plastic bag. You put it over the bowl. The plastic bag over. When you shake it, you can shake really hard. And you don't have to worry about the chicken flying everywhere. And then if you don't plan to marinate your chicken, you can just take the plastic bag off and put it right into your baking pan. But I'm going to marinate the chicken. So I'm going to keep this plastic bag on, put this in my refrigerator for about an hour, and then I'll come back and we'll finish with the baking process. All right, so it's been a little bit more than an hour. I actually got caught up in some work, but I'm going to empty this chicken into my baking dish. I'm gonna spread it around. Depending on how much chicken you're using, you can, of course, use a much smaller dish. It is not important to me that every single piece of chicken lay flat in the pan, because we are going to be covering it with foil. So this is just one of my bowls. I'm going to need another dish for the rest of my chicken, of course. So I'm going to cover the chicken with this foil here. And if you're wondering, well, why are you going to bake it with the foil? Well, my husband really likes for his chicken to be super, super tender. If that is not a preference of yours, and honestly, you can just nix the foil, set your oven to 350 degrees, and let your chicken bake. But my husband wants this chicken to be so tender that it literally falls off of the bone. And in order to do that, I have to allow for the chicken to cook really well from the inside, and then I'm going to remove the foil for about 30 minutes just so that it can brown. So my oven is set to 350. I'm going to put this chicken in the oven for an hour, and it's going to cook for an hour so it gets nice and tender, and then another half an hour so that it can brown. But like I said, if you don't need your chicken to be so tender that it literally melts in your mouth, then just cook it for an hour without the foil, and it won't be so tender, and it'll brown at the same time. So you have to remove it after about an hour to prevent it from drying out, because you want it to be really juicy. So I'll be back in an hour to show you what it looks like, and then I'll remove the foil and we'll continue baking. So it's been a little bit over an hour, not much. And as you can see, the chicken is pretty white. So we're going to put this back in now for half an hour so they can brown. Okay, so you can see here is the chicken nicely browned. And listen. You hear the juices bubbling? Looks great. So now you can serve however you'd like. We will be eating this over rice with some green beans. Enjoy! I love you for watching. Bye.
We were like, yeah, we'll see each other like twice a month, but the practical reality of it was that was not happening. And part of the issue was